Stars. Abbott Elementary star Sheryl LeeRalph opens up about her bitter feud with Diana Ross as she reveals how they finally reconciled after years of awkwardness thanks to singer's son. Sheryl LeeRalph has come clean about what really happened between her and Diana Ross as she addressed long-standing rumors of a feud. The Abbott Elementary star, 67, gave a rundown on the drama, with the Supremes frontwoman 79 in a newly released interview with Oprah, which was shared to the talk show host's Oprah Daily platform. There were stories that you and Diana Ross had a feud because she felt that Dreamgirls was her story, began Oprah. Which it wasn't, Sheryl quickly chimed in, but the more you told that it wasn't, the more everybody believed that it was. Sheryl continued to explain that during the development of Dreamgirls, she was told she could love Diana Ross as much as I want, but if I played Diana Ross, we would get sued. Back in 1981, Sheryl inaugurated the starring role of Dina Jones in the original Broadway production of the Dreamgirls musical. The plot of the musical bore a strong resemblance to the real-life ascendance of Diana's group, the Supremes, with both stories revolving around a trio of black women singers on the rise. But producers behind Dreamgirls have long brushed off similarities in their narratives because they didn't want to pay for the rights. The character of Dina also most closely reflected Diana's real-life persona and professional trajectory. The glaring parallels evidently rubbed Diana the wrong way because they robbed her of her own story. In my humble opinion. What do you think? Asked in a 2007 David Letterman interview if she'd seen the Dreamgirls film, Diana shot back, "I have not seen it. I have heard a lot about it. I'm going to see it with my lawyers." She further elaborated, "It has been said to me that there's a lot of my image and likeness in the movie. What I would like to do is be able to see it. I like to inspire the talent that is out there today," she said. "If I've done that, it is a good thing." In the interview with Oprah, Sheryl reflected, "She was upset. She believed what she believed. I'm in love with her. Still in love with her." Sheryl then described an awkward run-in she had with Diana on approaching her at iconic NYC restaurant, The Russian Tea Room. On seeing Diana at the establishment, Sheryl, initially thrilled at the chance encounter, walked up to the "I'm coming out" songstress. The smile left her face, looking at me, and I was like, "Oh my God, she doesn't like me," recalled Sheryl in horror. Sheryl then tried to introduce herself, but Diana cut her off, saying, "I know who you are." And she turned around and she was gone. Poof. But years later, the two were able to mend their relationship after once again being in the same place. Out of nowhere, Diana's young son pointed at Sheryl, declaring, "She's right there, Mom!" She didn't want to see me, but then she saw me. And she came over, and we talked, and it was wonderful. It was like lipstick and lashes under the bridge. It was gone. She said, "Girl, that was such a long time ago. I understand now." And I was like, oh, here's the moment. It was great. Sheryl had a watershed pop culture moment of her own recently when, on winning the 2022 Emmy for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy for Abbott Elementary, the star belted a tear-jerking excerpt from Diana Reeves' Endangered Species. I'm not sure what project that is, but, it's nice if they've made peace, but I think the culprits are whoever, lifted Diana's Supreme story and then kind of remixed it so that they didn't have to pay for the rights. That's what it seems like to me. Because, still to this day, 3 black women in a girl group. There weren't that many of them. Still aren't that many of them. So, well, I'm glad if they've made peace, but I understand, Miss Diana Ross.